Hello guys, welcome back to FTL. I believe this is, what, episode 4 now? I believe of our mini sort of FTL pilot series. And as you probably know from last episode, I believe this is going to be the last episode. It might not be, I'm not going to promise, but I believe this is going to be the last episode if we're sticking with the 20-minute schedule. So yeah, since last episode we got to the second last system, we went to the abandoned sector. And we just got there, so it's just telling us between the battles and the rebel fleet. Strangely, there was very little evidence of those battles remaining because we went to the abandoned sector. So, we've got long-range sensors and there's some ships in these areas. Do we go to them? Yeah, let's go for it. We've got 3 fuel, and if I'm honest, we kind of need to do some attacks to get our fuel up a little bit. So there's a Lanius scout here, and these guys don't require oxygen, so they have no life support. So if you guys are playing this game and you're planning on using crew teleportation to get across, I'd think again before you attack these guys. Wow. Okay, they just pulled out quite a big bank of guns on me, actually. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so let's take out their shields with this guy. And their weapons with the hull laser, maybe? Is that a good idea? Guys, maybe? Is that a good idea? I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay, they've got hacking. These guys were definitely prepared, to say the least. So I don't know why they quite went for our sensors. I don't know why they thought that was the most vital thing to go for. They want to surrender already? 6 fuel. I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty generous offer, and it's probably the most generous one I've seen in a good while, actually. So I'm going to be a bit conservative with my fuel now. I don't want to sort of run out too quickly. So the charts indicate there was a location of a small skirmish over military facility on the nearby moon. Not really important. There's a store. Thank God there's a store. We can buy some fuel. Our missiles have got 19. Considering this is pretty much end game stuff, we're not doing too bad actually for fuel. If I'm honest, I do kind of want some scrap, so I'm going to sort of go around here, look for some scrap. Because I want to get those drones up and running. Oh wow. You detect a damaged vessel docked with a jump beacon. It appears to be Lanius, now absorbing metal from the beacon, risking destroying it and becoming stranded. Send them 30 scrap, ask if they require assistance. After long-range transit, it says only be able to spurt out critical, metal and metal. You can only summarize they are desperate for scrap. Leave. You press jump as soon as possible, you don't want to be around if they disable this beacon. I don't know why we couldn't attack it. I think that would have been kind of cool if we could have possibly done that. So yeah, I'm going to go to the centre of this sort of system here. And okay, there's a rebel invader. And these guys, yeah, they're normally kitted out with some pretty decent stuff, I'm not going to lie. Okay, shields. I don't even think they have any empty rooms, if I'm honest, to even warrant attacking with the lasers. So we might as well just go straight for their weapons. Okay, we've got some intruders. Straight up. Let's let him oxygen starve, essentially. Let him suffocate. Okay, shields are on fire. That is pretty good. Okay, this attack is not going too bad, actually. So let's hope we can take out the shields with another blast from the Artemis. Oh no! So they're powering their FTL drive. I really need this guy to communicate with me here and go to there. Oh, he almost died. And considering he's like our #1 guy, that would not have gone good. Okay, we've got plenty of fuel, so I'm not going to accept the offer. Okay, burst laser. Let's just say attack their engines. Their weapons, oh my god. That is some pretty powerful weaponry, actually, that we've got on board. I didn't realise quite how powerful that hull laser was. Okay, we've got some fuel, some missiles. Not bad. So let's upgrade our drones. I mean, our reactor needs upgrading a lot. What we can do is, if we take medbay off, I've just realised first I need to close these doors, otherwise the ship will be a bit uninhabitable. Okay, so we can send him in there now. And if I take power away from that, we can then get a no enemy ship. Okay, so combat drones only work if we have an enemy ship there. Shield ones, I believe, that's pretty much what I'm aiming for, but I haven't got enough power really to warrant using them. If I do that, as you can see now, what it'll do is it'll give us another barrier of shields. I believe it will definitely be helpful in the future, especially when we go against a rebel flagship. I've never really used it before. So I believe it's just going to go around my ship and fortify it, so as you can see there. Zolty and Energy Shield will completely block incoming damage from any type. I'm not sure if we need to let him fully work before we can set off. So in case you do, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to be right back once he's finished. Okay guys, so our shields are fully fortified now. I'm not sure how effective they're going to be, but I want to hope they are pretty effective. Because there's... although... And normally they've just powered down actually. So I don't know if it's going to be if they're going to be that effective actually, because they appear to be. I think they work periodically. They sort of just periodically help. I'm not really sure. Oh, it appears. Oh, I see what happens. So you have to put them up every time you go into a battle, really. So I think this does look quite a powerful ship. So I am going to well, use them basically because it looks pretty powerful. So this almost seems like a bit of a mock encounter for when we come in contact with our, whatchamacallit, our friends, the Rebel flagship, but since it is a pretty powerful ship, I've not really had to deal with one of these, how's that, I can't pronounce these names, I'm not even going to try and butcher these names. Okay, I do remember this from attacking them though, and it's the fact that when you're, when these guys are in a room, they essentially take all the oxygen out of a room. So we can't even suffocate this guy with oxygen, and he's going to essentially suffocate anyone who's in a room with him, because he basically just takes all the oxygen out of the room, which is very frustrating. So our sensors are back online again, and he's just going to go and essentially terrorize all of our ship, and there's nothing we can really do about him. Because we can't even just open the doors to let all the oxygen bleed away, because he's doing that for us, and he's doing quite a good job at it actually, and he's definitely hurting quite a few members of my crew. So this bomber appears to have taken some pretty hefty damage. I'm just essentially gonna try and disable this enemy ship before I bother with these guys. Okay, they've also got mind control, which is pretty annoying. And okay, our sensors are offline, but that bomber is now destroyed. So we can contact the civilian ship. Wow, that's a lot of supplies. But we need to take out these guys. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into drone control and try and take them out from here. Okay, so they're taking out my shields, which is not good. There's no point in me trying to oxygen starve the ship anymore. If anything, I want as much oxygen in the ship as possible to ensure that there is no problem with life support and my own crew dying. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to keep the doors as fortified as possible. I want the sensors online, so I want to see where they are. Our shields are critical, even though we do have this sort of emergency Sultan shield thing, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so our sensors are back online, we can see where they are now, and if I'm honest, I'm going to send most of my crew in here to take these guys out. Because, yeah, these guys are pretty brutal, because they are obviously killing my crew anyway, but they're also suffocating as well. So I think what I'm doing is I'm going to try and heal them up. The only problem is once our sensors are down, we then can't see where they are at all, which is very frustrating. He's only got 70 health, so he's not really good at attacking. Like these guys, these rocks, I believe they're both rocks. These guys are going to be my big muscle. Okay, so they're trying to get into the door room now, which is quite annoying. I don't know why they want to get into doors. Okay, so can we kill them indoors before they deplete all the oxygen out of the room? I believe we can do. Come on, kill him. Okay, let's go and send him to get healed up. And I think what I'm going to do, guys, now I'm going to pause the video here, and once I've got all the ship repaired, I'll be right back. Okay guys, that is the ship repaired. Let's send everyone back to where they should be. And I think now it's time to do a few upgrades. So reactor's going to be definitely one of them. And can we now get... Okay, we can't even get max engines anymore. Bit more power. Okay, we've now got max weapons again. Combat drone, as much as I'd like it, I think it's going to be a little bit too expensive to really warrant using. Although it would be kind of helpful. I just don't know if I can quite get it. Okay, so I'm going to go to... Where am I going to go? I think I'm going to go... I don't want to go to the exit yet. It's better knowing the exit is this far, sort of closer towards this sort of board. I'd rather it be over here somewhere. meaning that I'd have more time to explore this area. So I'm going to go and go tier, and let's see what trouble we can get into. Now missiles, I want to save most of my missiles when we go to when we have to go and attack the big almighty rebel flagship, which hopefully we'll get to do in this episode. We might not be able to, but hopefully we will be able to. So it's another bomber, which we can just pretty much do the same strategy for, same as last time, which seemed to take him up pretty quickly actually. So he's teleported for some reason into the life support room. Not quite sure why they chose to go there first, but hey, they did. I think I know why. It seems kind of the most strategical way actually, because once the life support's down, we then can't actually heal up once they've taken the air out of a room, we're pretty much screwed. So they're offering me 6 missiles, which is actually going to be really helpful actually. I don't think their crew quite got the memo, if I'm honest, so they're still going to go around and try and kill us all. Let's see, so let's try and get this life support repaired, since we're not going to stand much of a chance fighting them if we have a broken life support machine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of a switch. I'm going to send the 2 rock crew members, okay, back to life support. The only problem is they've taken the air out of the room again. Please don't destroy my life support room. Okay, they appear to have anyway. I don't think they really want to listen to me very much. Okay, one of our crew appears to be almost dead, so I'm going to go and send him away. Don't die, please don't die, please don't die. The other guy is also about to die, and I appear to have misclicked then. Maybe didn't. Maybe the room was full. Yes, it was. So yeah, I think because you've already seen me fight these guys once, I'm going to pause the video, kill them off, I'll be right back. Okay guys, we are back, and I'm afraid I have some bad news. And I've lost 2 crew members. But on the bright side, they were the 2 rocks that were manning the doors and the sensors, so luckily all the skills of everyone is still pretty good. And you're probably wondering, how did I lose them? And it was the fact that those guys who transported on board, as much as they surrendered, obviously, those guys did not get the memo. Oh, excuse me, they kept sort of attacking everyone, and they basically depleted all the oxygen out the ship. They kept attacking my life support continually, and using the fact that they drain oxygen from all the rooms to their advantage. Meaning that I had a guy trapped in here with like no health, and I couldn't send him back through to the medical bay, because as soon as he went through here, he would have got killed. And I had a very similar problem. I had to send a guy to go and repair the life support machine, and I probably shouldn't have sent him, if I'm honest, but he was the toughest guy, and he was pretty much the best one to sacrifice, really, to the cause. Sad to say, but you can't have to sacrifice sometimes. So, oh, okay, we've just got some free breach missiles. Can't really afford to put them on, but so how much normal damage do these? So they do double damage compared to those ones. The owls have. So I believe the only advantage they have really is they do double damage. Obviously that is a good thing. It's obviously not a bad thing to have double damage, obviously, but it uses 3 power. I'm not sure if that's really going to be feasible. So let's go down to the surface and investigate. This guy kills 1 crew, I believe. I don't really want to risk him killing off all my crew. So let's go to here. So unvisited system. Although actually I believe let's go to the exit, because otherwise rebels are going to come, ruin our day. I'm not going to be good. The only problem is our ship is slightly destroyed. Let's explore the asteroid field. We've got 5 fuel. Not bad. If it had like affected our hull in any way, we're already at 50%, it would not have been good. So last stand. You guys probably know what's coming up here. Rebel ship. So what to explain our mission, explain the weakness of the fleet. We've got hull repaired a bit, got 10 fuel. It's not doing too bad. So we've got some repair stations which we can go to, which, like I said, will obviously repair our ship for us. We've got some enemy vessels here, and if most, I kind of want to do this in a minimum number of jumps. So I believe the minimum number of jumps really is to come through this way. I don't know if it is or not, but we'll try it anyway. So I've got Rebel Disruptor here, and let's turn on all of our weapons, all of our shields. We don't want to lose any hull points really to these guys. So let's do Burst Laser, shields, and so standard procedure. As much as they are a bit tougher than the enemies we've encountered before. Wow, okay, yeah, these guys are a bit tougher than what we've been dealing with before. So yeah, if I'm honest, they have completely knocked out our weapon system really with that hacker drone. Which Yeah, that's kind of annoying actually. This guy, I'm going to have to send him to get medical assistance. He's about to die. Why is he not... Oh, we can't go through there. Damn, that's annoying. This guy's about to die as well. And he's probably going to just destroy our oxygen actually. Maybe not. Maybe he's going to die of oxygen starvation himself. I'm not sure. Oh, and that's a border drone actually. That's a... Okay, our best course of action, I believe, really, is just to get the hell out of here. The only problem is there's enemy ships pretty much wherever we go. Our rebels are about to gain control of that beacon. That's really frustrating, because that's the beacon I was going to use to get to my repair thing. Okay, looks like a different course of action is needed. Like I said, I'm not guaranteed to win here. I know I'm probably not going to. So, just to let you know that, guys. So don't expect me to win here. Because I'm probably not going to. Okay, our main priority here really is getting that life support on. So, those guys appear to be trying to break through to our weapon systems. So let's try and oxygen starve them. I mean, we're not even going to get oxygen back to the rest of the ship until we've got this all fixed up. So we really need to fix this crack up. He's a little bit stuck now because I can't really send him through there, and the rest of the ship has no oxygen. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to send these guys that were in medical to go and hopefully fix that problem. Got a fire in there. Let's go and heal him up. And I think our best course of action is just to pretty much leave whenever we get one of these encounters. Our shields seem fairly competent to most of the damage we're taking here. Who's about to die? Who's about to die? I hate it when you sort of hear them just about to die. I believe it's these guys that are in the oxygen room that are about to die. The rest of the ship is getting oxygen to it as we speak, so we're not going to be in too much of a problem. Although our hull is taking heavy damage here. Come on, let's get out of here. Okay, where do we go? Store. Whoa, we got a store. Stores are really rare, if I'm honest, but damn, we needed one. Is it really worth selling anything in here? That combat drone, we're never really ever going to get to use that. Or those breach missiles, really. Do I sell the breach missiles? I mean, luckily we have a fire suppression thing, which I keep forgetting I've got, actually, which is really frustrating. Okay, these guys are going to knock out my sensors, like, ASAP. So let's go and take these mother truckers out. Let's get these guys some medical assistance. See these guys, there we go. So they're going to fix up the ship, and I think just so we can compact the episode here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the episode up basically. So we're going to have episode 5 is going to be the main attacking episode where we're going to attack the enemy vessel. But I think anyway, I'm going to pause the video here, guys, and we're going to be back once we've fixed the ship up. Okay, guys, so that's the ship all patched up. So what I'm going to do is I completely forgot I actually wasn't powering these engines, which is pretty annoying actually. So I don't believe we have any spare power once we have the shields on. I want to leave 3 spare power always for those shields. Okay, so the question is, yeah, I don't think the breach missiles are going to be too effective, but the problem is, can we use the scrap for anything else that's actually useful if we get rid of the breach missiles? That is the question. And if I'm honest, I'm not really too sure. So what I think I'm going to do is, you know what, I'm going to keep it. I don't think it's too big of a worry, actually. Although I believe the door system I would like to see upgraded, just to stop intruders getting on. But you know, actually, I'm gonna sell those that whatchamacallit, those breach missiles. I don't think they're gonna be that useful considering how much power they actually take to operate. So we're here now. We can go to the base, and we still have a good link to both repair units, and they're what I want to get to immediately, really. So the repair unit up there is not really worth going to. I'm just going to go to the base. There should be nothing here. This should be pretty much clear. Okay, so I could wait for the enemy to come along, but no. I'm going to go to these repair systems and get some extra supplies. So they just give you some scraps, some missiles, and some basic stuff, really. I hope I don't get stranded at all when I go here. This could have been a bad mistake. So that enemy flagship, which as you can see is marked on the map, if it spends 3 consecutive turns at the Federation base, it will destroy it. So there is that to worry about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go got the O'Hare, as you can see, Federation flagship. Pretty big and beefy, and it also has a cloak. While that's going on, actually, I'm going to get my drone going on to put up a shield. And they appear to be hacking our sensors. Not quite sure why they chose sensors, but hey, they did. Okay, so they have 4 different weapon systems, which all look very scary. So you're probably wondering what order to really do stuff in. I think I'm going to do burst laser on this, and maybe a hull laser on one of the weapons? I don't really know which weapon to go for. Which weapon looks the most terrifying? That one looks pretty terrifying, let's go for that. Okay, so they just completely missed, which is quite bizarre. Normally they never really miss. Okay, so their shields are now going down. Okay, let's Artemis again. Boom. Oh, they put up their cloak. That's annoying. If I'm honest, I don't want to jinx anything, but this is the best I've ever done so far. Like, okay. I was going to say I've taken no hull damage, but I said that and I took some hull damage. So I'm not going to try and jinx it again. But anyway, guys, I think what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do something really mean, and I'm going to end the episode off here. So if you guys want to see what's going to happen to me when I attack this flagship, you guys are going to have to watch the next episode. I'm really sorry, I didn't want to do this. I kind of, if I'm entirely honest with you guys, I was meant to end the episode off before I got to here. I got a bit excited, a bit carried away. So I'm going to have to leave you guys with the suspense of what's going to happen next. So predict in the comment section down below if you want to sort of know what's going to happen to me with this flagship. And you guys will see with the next edition of FTL. So thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed. Bye from